Hey guys, in today's video we are going to be talking about slide lubricants, slide oils, which one is my favorite, which one do I like to use best. I've tried practically all of them in like the last few hundred years. So yeah, which one's my favorite? This is what we're going to be talking about today, but hey, if this is the first time that you join us on this channel, my name is Raph, and on this channel we talk about brass playing, we talk about brass technique mostly, a lot of time applied to the trombone and bass trombone, we write arrangements, we do some play-along exercises so that we can practice our technique together, etc, etc. So if this is interesting to you, then you might consider subscribing to the channel. And today we're going to be talking about slide lubricants. So which ones do I use? Currently, so what I've actually found is that there is no best slide oil. There's no best slide lubricant. What you need to find is which one is the best for your instrument. So before I had this Raphael R9 bass trombone, where is it? It's here. Before I had this Raphael, I used to play, I first played on the Hag, it's a Swiss instrument with a large bell actually, and then I played on the Yamaha for a few months. I hated it, don't tell anybody, and then I switched to Raphael, which is my current instrument. I might change soon actually, but for now this is what I'm playing. So I used Trombone, I used most slide oils and lubricants that you can find. My very old teacher used to use this really old Courtois cream that worked perfect for him, but it's like the cream that you really need to put an effort into lubricating your trombone, then you need to put a lot of water, etc, etc, and it's not so practical. There are some best alternatives now. What I found on the Yamaha and on the Hag also is this thing is really, really good. This is the Yamaha, and although I'm not a fan of their trombones. Come on, can you not like focus on this? Oh, annoying little camera. Although I'm not a fan of their trombones, their trombone creams are really good. There's the slide cream here, which I never ever used, I think once just to try it. I'm not a fan, but this product is really, really cool. It is good on most trombones, I found, and there's a lot of things that I like about it. First of all, it has this soft bit, so like you put the oil on your slide and then you can massage your slide with this soft bit, and it is, it's really cool and it works really, really, really well. You don't need to add water on your slide when you use this, and overall it's a really, really good lubricant for your slide on most instruments. I played on a Bach, also a tenor trombone at some point, and on a King also, a King 3B, and this was just the stuff. Now since I switched to Raphael, to that trombone that I have here, I have found that the Slido mix is actually the best choice. So in Slido mix you have two possibilities. Either you have this black one or you have those two red ones. And basically those two in one bottle, poof, it transforms into this one. This is kind of the mix between those two, and it is much more practical so that you don't have so many bottles in your trombone case, etc. But when I am at home, I use those two because I find it much more efficient, and I think it works better, So what you do is that you put 2 or 3 drops of this one, this little one, at the very end of your slide, and then you move your slide around a bit, and then you put a little bit of this, which is a little bit more liquid. This is more oily. And this is called Classic, Trombone Classic Set, doesn't say what it's called actually. But this one is a bit more, this one is a bit more oily, and this one is a little bit more liquid. And you just put some on your slide, like you normally do. And that's it, you're done. You can maybe put a little bit of water sometimes. If you've put a little bit too much, you can also wipe it with a special cloth. But if I'm on the go, in my gig bag, this is what I have. It's called Rapid Comfort. It's all in one. So basically it's what I said, it's this and this, plus a little bit of water, I suspect, in this thing. Make sure that you shake it well, because sometimes you only get the liquid and you don't actually get the product, especially if it's been hanging out in your practice room or in your bag for a long time. And yeah, so I use either this one when I'm on the go or those two. But as I said, you know, like, you have to try. And the best thing is to ask. This is what I did. I asked, when I was in the factory, I asked Michael Rath, what do you recommend on your slides? And he told me we found that the best solution is to use Slidomix for our slides. Maybe if you play on a Shires, or if you play on a Yamaha, or if you play on, I'm not sure, you know, on every brand you have, Edwards, whatever, you can ask, what do you recommend? Do you recommend more this Yamaha slide, Lubricant, which used to be called something different, I believe, which is, it's an awesome product. It's really a really cool product. I'm not sponsorized, by the way, sponsored. But on the Rath, I find that this works better. So, you know, ask your manufacturer, what do you recommend that I use? Give it a go, and then, you know, like, see what's best. Don't lubricate too much your slide. I find that my slide works better if I don't lubricate it too much. I'm not one of those really clean freaks on my slides. I know some people wash their slide every single day. I don't have time. I just don't have time to take care of my slide so much. My slide works beautifully well. It has just the right amount of dust and gunk in it, so that it has a really nice sound, and just like it, my slide works perfect. And I think last time I lubricated it was a few days ago, and I actually wanted to show you guys how to use them, but I'm sure that you know. If you don't, leave me a comment and I'll explain to you better. But I don't want to put extra, because I find that if you put too much, then it takes some days to, even if you wipe it and put some water, it takes some days for it to go away. So when you have it just right, like I have right now, and I'm going to record another video for the channel after I've done this one, so I want to have like a good slide, and this works well. So don't overdo it. Don't wash your slides so much. The only part of the instrument that you really need to wash every single day, I recommend, I don't do it every single day, I admit, but you should, is the mouthpiece, of course, keeping a clean mouthpiece, but the rest, you know, you don't need to. Also, if you over oil your valves, you'll see that they get all mushy and not so fast. So, you know, basically you need more water than anything else to lubricate your slide and your valves. So don't overdo it on the products. But that's it. Yeah, that's it for today's video. This is what I use on my Rath. This is what I recommend on any other instrument, basically. And yeah, I hope this video was useful for you guys. If you've enjoyed it, please put a thumb up. If you've not done so, subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions or feedback, or what's your favorite valve oil, let me know down below in the comments. I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.